Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking portable projector. This is done by a company called Artlii and this is called Amento. This is their full HD 1080p native resolution projector. On top of that, this also comes with a software inside so you can play with your Netflix, YouTube, and also Prime TV and a little more apps inside of it. I have to mention that this comes with 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB internal storage, which will be expandable inside of the software using a USB in the back of it, and it will really work. I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. In here are all the components that are part of the box. It comes with this user manual. Now it has all of the information that you require inside out. And once you open the first page, it has the same QR code that is in the back so that we can learn on how we can place this together. And you can scan it directly from this video, and also has some information inside. And you can see that it's starting from the interface on how you're going to be able to connect it using HDMI, the remote, how it will be working, and then the Miracast section and more. It's all going to be here. Also, even you can open a browser with this. So we will try to capture as much as possible. There is more information underneath about the actual Artlii's official website, and also if you need to get help. All the information's in the back. It also comes with this little card, and this is, you have to fill it out. This is really good for your warranty purposes. It also comes with this little page, and also inside of a plastic. Now this comes with some Q-tips and also some cleaning for the lens and also inside of it. So don't throw this out. It's mandatory to keep this. It also comes with an HDMI cable. Since it also comes with a power line, you can see that this is very natural. You can, even if you misplace this, you can buy it from online. What I really like is that this has been, even has a little tag from Artlii. I really enjoy that, and you have the part that will connect to the electricity, created for Canada and United States. The next part is the actual remote. Now it's inside of a little Ziploc bag, which is really cool. And once you open it, this is how the remote really looks. So I really like it. It kind of gives you the feeling that you're holding a Fire Stick remote, which is really nice and simple. You have the power. Also, you can see this is IR, and when you go to the top part of it, you have the little LED indicator. Also, you have the mute button. You also have the focus and also unfocus. You also have the input navigation key with the OK in the middle, volume down and volume up, and some shortcut for your favorite apps is already there. Now, when you flip in the back, you have a little part that you can open, and this is where you're going to be able to put the 2 AAA batteries, which is not included in this box, but I really like it, how it has been designed and how it will really work. It doesn't have any other indicators that which company made this, but this will really work with your projector. And the biggest moment is going to be the actual projector. There you go. Now this is sitting inside of a plastic. Now if you flip it on one side, you can see that it's just been sitting like this, so that way it doesn't get scratched up or damaged. And this is how the projector really looks. I really like that how they have positioned everything together. Now it is not a small projector. It's very nice. It has a little weight to it too. And I really like that how everything has been set up. It actually has a sensor plus the IR sensor in the front. Then this part is really nicely designed. I really like it that how heavy this is. This is really cool. And then on the top, you have their name written really nicely, and then you have the power button. I really like that too. And when you place it, it really going to sit. It does not want to move. Have a little part. Now this is all going to be for ventilation, and there it does indicate that this one do have a Dolby Digital audio. I really like that too. Now going to the front, you have a big lens that you can open. Just have to pull it, and that's about it. The lens is also really big. Now when you go in the bottom part of it, you can see way more information. So there are little legs for it to set up and sit on the table properly, which we're going to do in a couple of seconds. You do have a little part for the tripod, or if you want to hook this up on a ceiling upside down, this will really work too. One thing I have to mention is that this is for the subwoofer. So this way it sounds really good when you're playing the videos that has a really good boom to it. You do have a little part that if you want to put this on a table, you can roll it so this way it angles up a little bit or down. This will going to really help you out. I really like that too. So we will, once we hook it up, we will test it out and we will tell you exactly how this will really work. So when you go to the back part of it, you have more connections. So these are speakers. It's just one side. This is the speaker. When you go here, you do have a little IR sensor, then you do have a headphone jack. So this we can connect it to a stereo system or a headphone if you want. There is a USB connection and then 5-volt out. That means is if you want to connect, even charge your phone, you can hook this up here and it will really work. There is an HDMI connection, so you can connect your consoles to this if you want to play video game, or if you want to hook up a DVD player, you can do that too. And there's the power connection. So we will go one by one. We will show exactly how this really works. All right, enough said about it. Let's get this connected. Here you go. This is the main screen once it boots up. This is how everything looks. Now remember that there was a setup that you have to pair your remote, which is right over here. Now since it is a little dark room, I am just going to talk about it first and then we will test everything out. So this is their main screen. And yes, when you move, you do hear that it's moving. And the speaker on this is very loud. It does come with bass. Just wanted to mention that. And on top of that, when you go through all apps, you will be seeing what is involved with this. So there are certain things that are not part of it, and there are things that they have entered, so this way you can play with this projector very easily. So let's go through first and check it out. So you can see on the top, we do have the IR remote control. You can use your remote as an IR if you do not want to use it as a Bluetooth. Also, you have the Wi-Fi connection. The icon is right now highlighted, and then you do have time right beside that little icon that I am trying to go to, which is the time. So it's taking it from your Wi-Fi. Now in order to connect to Wi-Fi, you can either click here, you can go to settings, which will be in the bottom right over here, and then you can select it, and this way you will be able to check and play with your 2.4 or 5G network in this case. Also the Bluetooth on this, when you're connecting it to a Bluetooth speakers, it will be 5.1, which will bring a lot richer sound. And then your inputs. So I haven't connected anything yet since we are just going to test it out one by one, and I want to get a raw footage on how good the quality will be. But you can see that you do have a lot of connections and also renaming that you can process when you are going through it. Another part is your picture quality. You can go to your auto keystone, which you can select, and here you go. So this is how everything will look. And then you can press the OK button. First, let's focus it. And it does have an auto focus, and this is how it really looks. And why I lift it sideways is so I can process this, and I can show you how you can fix the corners so it will be straight for you on the TV. Now in order to do that, let's go to manual audio connection and then press the OK button. So you can see that there is a little arrow. We can press the OK, so this way moves to the other side, and press OK, it goes back down, and then when you press again, it goes to the bottom. But this is the one that we need to fix, because you can see that that part is really high, so we will bring it down and to level it. For that, we will just press here, and then we will press the top on your remote, so that press the top part of it, and this way it will go up. And yes, it will be making noises, so this way you know this is how as high it will go. So press OK to go to this side, and we will bring that down a little bit, And now the keystone is accurate. Again, it is a little bit off in this part, but we will press OK and OK. So this way we can bring it up a little bit. And now it is very leveled. So now it's very vibrant, by the way, to play with this. In order to get out, you do have a little button right over here, and then you can press back and you will be out. Now, the image zooming, it also have a little section. It will be right over here. So this is 100%. And if you press back, you can see that how easily it just goes back to show you how small you can get the screen. Just in case if you want to use it for your personal use, this will really help you out to process. Now there are some parts that you can set up, and there you go. So it says that auto keystone on the startup. You can turn that on, and auto up to motion also is there. So there's more options that you can process. Now focus part is something that you can make it manual, or you can make it to be really set up, and that way you can really focus it. Now there is a little sensor in front of the actual projector, which I'm showing you right now, is the one that really makes this work. And also it doesn't really matter how dark the room is. This knows exactly where your wall or the screen is, so that we can make it perfect. Another part is focus settings, and then the projection mode. Now this is where you're going to be able to place this. So you can have to, if you place your projector upside down, if you place it at the back of your screen or in the front or on the ceiling, this will really help you out to project and get everything done. And it has a little demo on the right hand side, so this way you know exactly what you're processing and how you will be able to process it before even selecting it. That is something I really like. Another part is going to be the display, and then from here you will be able to select. So if you do want this, there you go, it's a little bit video that they have inside of this. It just really makes it nice and smooth, so you know exactly which settings you're going to use, what type of temperature you're going to use for your room. It really depends from room to room, so you cannot get mine. Remember, I have a little window over here, and then I'm going to test this with the actual light on and also light off. But this is how it will be done. You can see that it became golden when I made it cinema, which is right over here. And then when I change it to sports, you can see that it got really bluish, which is very nice and vibrant. When you want to play with something like video games, these temperatures will really help you out to know exactly how your game will look. So there you go. Now this is the standard. I'm just going to leave it on standard, but you can see that the noise, you can also change it to high, or you can change it to auto. I'm going to leave it on auto for now, and then the color temperature is there too. Or you can say to go back to, there you go, restore to default. So that's what I have done. And you can see that it got really vibrant and very nice in order to play with that. Now sound mode is also there. So this way you can place it so it will differ when you're playing a music. Remember that it differs, that if you put it on standard and you have a bass, it's really not going to help you out, because this projector do come with bass. So you need to go down and select something like sports or music, and it will really help you out. Now the other part is sound out. That means is how your sound is set up. Also, it's going to help you out if you are going to connect it to your stereo system and it does use HDMI. This will really help you out. Or if you have it as a headphone jack, you can connect it at the back. That also going to help you out. But I would really suggest that you leave it on auto or PCM and connect your HDMI so you can get a better sound out of it through your surround system. Now, volume is always on auto and key tone is always on auto. I'm not going to touch that and leave it alone. Now, another part is the actual system. So over here, you can go and you can check to see what type of projector you have. Also, how many gigabyte of RAM it comes with is storage wise. Also, all of the other information is underneath. You can also change the language to a lot of different languages, that whichever one is going to be feed your need, you can change it over here. Other part is date and time. I always leave it to be automatic, so it takes it from the internet and where you locate it. This will really help you out, so you do not have to set up your time separately. There is a little option, so you can click and search for new updates. It will tell you that the network is looking for update right now, and it says please wait. But I know that I am up to date, so it will take a couple of seconds and it will tell me that I am up to date. So that's what I'm waiting for right now. And there you go. It does indicate that I am up to date, so I do not need any updates. And then when you go to USB desk drive, and if you want to make internal storage bigger, yes, it does have a two USB connections in the back, and you can use one of them, and then you can merge it with inside, and it will really work. Another part is Netflix. Yes, the Netflix is 1080p. We will test it out and we will show you how good this will play. Another part is general privacy. This is where you're going to see a lot of other options in here: screen protection, and also the Miracast screen, privacy and agreement, and advanced settings. It's all going to be underneath of this section. It has a lot of flaws into it, so I do not want to get to it yet. If you do require, ask at the bottom of the video. We would love to show you as pictures on our website or a little video on Rumble, so show you more inside out. Now it does come with some of the apps by default, and you cannot install anything on top, so you do have a Fire Stick, or in this case a Buzz Stick, or more. You can connect it at the back and it will really help you out. Doesn't matter if it's a stick or a box, this will really help you out. In this case, I am going to use a switch so I can connect my Android box plus my Xbox One in order to play certain videos and test it out. So let's go next. So this is the number. We're getting very near to the actual projector on how bright this projector is. And this one is right by the screen itself, and you can see how bright the actual screen near to the wall is. And now it's the sound quality with just fan noise to show you exactly how loud the fan noise is. Now I'm very near to the actual projector. So when we are just playing with this projector, this is how bright it is in a dark room. But if I have to turn on the light, this is how faded it will get when you have a regular ambient light. Now, remember that there are different type of lights that you can use in your room, but because you want to save some energy, you're going to use an ambient light. If it is dimmable, then it's going to be beneficial because now you're not only going to see your screen, but everything around your room. So this is going to really help you out, but this is how it works when you have it on and also your projectors on. So it will work perfectly. There is a little window that I have right over here. You can see that it is daylight, but even if I have to use it, this is how faded it will look and how it will really play along. And this is how Netflix really looks. Yes, it's HD, and you can see that with the actual remote, I can go to the side and I can select the options. And if I need to go down and select different videos, yes, it will be very easily going to be selected. And if I have to click OK to it, you can see everything is there. And on the top, it will tell you that this is HD and it's HDR and 5.1 sound because this projector do play that type. And then once you press back, there you go, it stops playing it for you very nicely. And let's go through and test it out to see what type of quality we're going to get out of Netflix. It takes a couple of seconds for it to run, and once it starts running, you can see how long this has been running for. And on the top, it will tell you what quality you're getting maximum. And this one do play it on 1080p, and it's running about 23 frames per second, which is really good quality when it comes to something like this projector, and you require it and you really need it in order for you to watch your videos very accurately and with really good quality. Now I have to mention that there are different settings in here, something like my apps, and when you go in, there are different apps that you can play with. So what I want to try next will be Miracast. So for this, you need to click on it and just make it load. And then through your phone, you have to go on the top down, select it down, share your screen. So for that, you need to go to next one, Alt Smart View. We will select it. I am using Samsung, by the way. And then once you go to it, it will tell you the name. So here's mine. It's called Artlii. and it will tell me to start now, and now it's connecting. There you go. And voila, now I have a screen, so I can go back and down. You can see the delay to it. It is not that much. I am sure that now you can go through whatever apps you have on your phone will be able to play big on the screen. So if I have to go to YouTube, you can see that it's automatically just plays the video for me. So this is how easy it is to process and use Miracast. Now, if you have an Apple device, you can do the same thing and it will be able to play for you. So this way you have a better quality picture on your screen. You can see some details that are in the bottom that I really like is when you press the actual menu button, it will tell you which HDMI you're going to use. So if you do have more than one, in this case, this projector only have one HDMI, this is how nice it will look. I really like that little detail inside of it with this game, and you can see how nice this really looks. And if you want to move, you can see that it moves really nicely. And if I have to make it stop right now, so I just have to press the button, and this way it stops right in the water. The water is really shallow, so it's not really deep. But if you want to go through certain parts in this projector, you can just press as the option, and it looks like the option only give you two over here, so you can fix the screen resolution and also the screen size basically, and also just the HDMI, so that way you know exactly what's happening. But I really like that, how vibrant it looks and how nice this will really look for you. Now what I wanted to do was to see if I can change the temperature on this and how it really looks. If I have to go here, and then I wanted to change it under settings right over here. So if I have to change this to a little bit different, you can see how nice it will look. Now I already processed this. I'm going to leave it on sport, and we will press home, and then we will press our menu so we can select HDMI. And here you go. Now you can see that it didn't change much, but it really made it more vibrant for gaming, and that's it. Now I have to mention that when you are playing this game, the delay, or when it comes to something like this, I'm just going to pause and talk. So when you are going to play with something like this, you can see that I am pressing right and left, and how smooth and how quick that is responding. That means is that this game will be playing between 29 to 30 milliseconds, and that's how it really plays. It's not that bad. And if I have to like totally press the stop, there you go, and I want to stop the car, it really works well when you are going to play with something like this game. So this was our take. I hope you guys like our video. All the links will be available in the bottom of this video if you want to order it, except that this is very inexpensive. I know you're going to like it. So this was our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.